How you doing? This is Benjamin Johnson, and I'm gonna take a different approach on how to go over the material. I've taken the middle school state handbook and I've extracted some things from it, some highlights that we could talk about or I can discuss with you. We'll do things a little different. I'm going to let you view this ahead of time so that way our coaches meeting won't last very long. The material in this is subject to change. I've broken it up into a couple different presentations, so it won't be that long. But I want to talk to you first about eligibility because I think that's very important. First part of eligibility is going to be about academics. It only applies to the 7th and 8th grade only. 6th grade, their SYA or their youth organizations probably hold them to a different regard. But they can only fail one subject out of the course load. So if they have four classes, then they can only fail one. If they fail two or more, then they're ineligible. Or if they, in some counties or whatnot, you have different things going on. If they take three, they can only fail certain ones. So basically, you can only fail one out of your course load and be academically eligible. If an athlete is academically eligible or ineligible at the beginning of any semester, then they keep that tag until the next semester. For example, if a child is not eligible at the end of the school year, then they are not eligible for fall sports all the way until mid-January when that first semester ends of the following school year. If they're not eligible at that second semester of the school year, then they won't be eligible until the end of school. So make sure we keep check on the tabs on that. Usually when we run the eligibility list, we'll check all those things. And hopefully we have a hierarchy of checking the academic eligibility of each student, whether they transfer in from school systems or from another school within our system. Student athlete is eligible or ineligible on the first of the day of the new semester. If a child is doing well in school and they have a practice or a game on the day before the new semester begins, they are ineligible. If the new semester starts on that Thursday and the game's on that Thursday, then they can be eligible. But if they have a game on that Thursday and the new semester starts on a Friday, then they are not ineligible. They will not be able to participate. And what I want to talk about is promotion. I know it's a lot of different aspects of promotion and things like that. I know I've seen some in the past year, but promotion is defined as moving to the next grade. I know that sounds like a very common sense type definition, but that's basically what it is, and I just want to get that out there. Next, age. Now this is a biggie too. If a student turns 15 on or before August 31st of that school year, then they will not be eligible to participate. Now, 2 years of eligibility is what you have for middle school. You can only participate 2 years of eligibility. Either you are not eligible because you're in 6th grade, or you're not eligible because of you turning 15 before August 31st. Residence. Now, I will tell you that we do have some paperwork that we'll be filling out. I've gone through and made copies of it and hopefully get that to you. But the student must meet the residence criteria and participate only at the school of their LEA. I have added an eligibility statement that every student has to sign. Now, the reason why I'm doing this, there was a couple schools. There was a school in, I want to say Mecklenburg County, they had to go through this. But anyway, now I've taken a lot of high school documentation, and hopefully that transfers to the middle school level. But the student is going to sign that statement saying that they are living in that district, and we have gone through and done our due diligence and everything we're supposed to do to make sure that they are in that actual address that is in our school district. There'll be an eligibility statement that will be signed by every student athlete. This is to cover ourselves, like again, to show our due diligence, and we did make sure that student was assigned to the right school. Semester rule: students can only participate in 4 consecutive semesters entering into the 7th grade. Now, like I said, what the things we'll check for eligibility: we will check grades, we will check attendance, we will check whether they live at that address in our assigned area. And if they don't live in that assigned area, then we'll make sure that they have gone through the proper steps to be at our school. And we will work hard with work in accordance with administration and our data manager to get all that taken care of. Attendance: students must be here 85% of the time. You must make sure that they are in attendance. Students must be enrolled in Statesville Middle in order to play for us. Students that are not in attendance at a school that day will not be eligible for competition or practice that day. If a student does not come to school, and like I said, this is subject to change, but I'll do more research on this. But I know that in the past, if a student is not come to school, now are not kind of present for that day, then they will not be able to participate in the competition or practice that day. So in other words, they can't skip school that day. When I say skip, I mean not be at school that day. They can't not attend school that day and then come to practice. Or they cannot, if they leave before 11:30 to be kind of present for that day, then they will not be eligible for competition. Now, like I said, I'll research this and it will be eligible to be, it could be up for change. Now, that's all I have for that part of the session. There are a couple other ones that we will get into at certain points. I will let you view those. And if you have any questions, you can email me or contact me at any given point, and I will hopefully either have the answer or I'll be able to research the answer for you. Thank you very much.